Good morning, everybody. Let's talk about the prophetic word again today. We're going to talk about good trees and bad trees. Jesus uses the example of those who are really his. They're going to produce. They're a good tree that produces good fruit. And the only reason that any of us are a good tree that produces good fruit is because of the Spirit of God in us. It's not something that we can conjure up or produce from ourselves. He said that good trees produce good fruit and bad trees produce bad fruit. How do you know the difference, though? The difference is found in Galatians chapter 5, verse 19 to 21. That's where you find the difference between the good fruit and the bad fruit, the good tree and the bad tree. Jesus calls the believer the good tree. We didn't invent that. Jesus calls the people that produce the fruit of the Spirit, spoken of in Galatians 5, good trees because of the Spirit of God. The fruit that comes from the Spirit of God out of the believer's life will produce those fruit. Check that out in Galatians chapter 5. That's your homework today. But if you're a bad tree, you're going to always produce bad fruit. You can't be both. You can't have a hybrid where you're good and bad, the spirit of darkness and the spirit of light. You have to have one or the other. And a good tree, Jesus said here in Matthew chapter 7, that's your other homework, Matthew chapter 7 and Galatians chapter 5. A good tree will produce good fruit. A bad tree will produce bad fruit. That's how we know the difference. There's going to come a time, and this is the time, more than you realize listening to this video, this day and age, to where we need to know the difference. It's not based on what people do for us. It's what is produced out of their life. And the Bible is very clear on what is produced out of a person's life will identify them as either a good tree or a bad tree. A good tree that produces good fruit or a bad tree that produces bad fruit. God bless you. Have a great day.